Ladies and gentlemen, I want to personally thank every single one of you coming out tonight under these unfortunate circumstances. Behind us on Friday marked the 30th construction death in the last 24 months. Yes, the 30th construction death in the last 24 months. Out of the 30, this is the 27th non-union construction casualty. That is complete madness, and this is complete devastation to the families. They're the most devastated. We believe that something needs to be done, and it needs to be done now. These families are going through financial hardship. Nobody is showing them any type of support. And that is exactly why we're here. All workers matter. We all matter. We're just here trying to let everybody know that something needs to be done. Now look behind me. This gentleman will never go home. His kids will never grow up with him. His mom, his father, his grandmother, his closest relatives will never see him again. And that is the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Construction is very dangerous. Anything can happen to you at any given time. And these contractors are taking advantage of these workers that have no support system at all. I want to thank you all for coming. My friend Brian Hauser will come up and speak and say a few words. Council member Helen Rosenthal will also come up here and say a few words. But at the end of the day, these deaths should be minimized. And the only way it will happen is if they pass better legislation that will create more worker safety on construction job sites.
Right on. Okay, I want to call up my colleagues, Antonio Reynoso, Richie Torres, Marjorie, who's running for the city council. And I want to say to you right now that you need to continue to hold our feet to the fire, right? We're representing you in the city council. Our job is to pass legislation, and you need to hold our feet to the fire to make sure we do it, and we didn't do it in time for the last 30 workers. And that's terrible. And I want to point out, as someone mentioned just before, this is an epidemic. 30 people falling to their death in just 2 years, that is classifies it as an epidemic. And if it's an epidemic, we treat it differently. It means we have to have a public health approach. We need to learn about why this is happening. It's not just forcing them to pay attention, because they're not going to do it. We have to understand why it happens, and the city could be doing that. And then we have to exactly fix that problem. The contractors have to be better actors, but the only way we can do this is start calling it what it is. It's an epidemic. We have to treat it like an epidemic, and we have to end it. And I just want to thank you. Richie and Tony, if you want to add on.
I just want to say the majority of these deaths have also been happening to Latino men, people of color, that traditionally don't have voices in this city on these type of sites, people that don't have documents, that might be immigrants. And it really hits home when it's happening to people that look like me and that we're being ignored. So I'm going to stand in solidarity alongside colleagues like this. When the time comes and the legislation is out there that needs to be pushed, we want to be at the front lines making sure that happens.
All right, good.
I feel like we should make it crystal clear to the public that these fatalities are not accidents. Because we know that these construction sites that have the lowest labor standards pose the greatest threat to workers. And when workers die on these sites, there is nothing accidental about that. That is cause and effect. Right? We know that the building trades, probably more than any other institution, invest more in workforce development and in the safety workers, because you understand that construction is a matter of life and death. And if those of us in elected office, if we're not part of the solution, then we're part of the problem.
Amen.
And the honest truth is that we do have blood on our hands.
Amen.
And the only way to wipe that blood clean is to hold these developers accountable, meaning to put them in jail.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Get rid of the scared contractors. Go back to trained union guys. Get rid of the concentration of the work.
All right, yo, Marvin. Guys, let them play. Let them play before it starts getting. Yo, guys, start it up.
Can you name the people again whose people need to hold to the file?
Go ahead, guys, start playing.
Go ahead, bro.
Elected officials like me. Helen Rosenthal.